Hi, I'm Supermoon Tarot, and today we are going to be seeing what's coming for you in today's video, which is about December predictions. Now, my intention for these December predictions is to just kind of see what pops up. I'm looking for love for you, whether that be you in a couple or you're single. I'm looking for anything that's career-oriented, money-oriented. I'm looking if there's any life lessons you are going to be learning this month, or ways of self-improving in a way that you can enjoy. And if there's anything negative coming your way, I want to see how we can kind of like dodge that and, give you the best life that you deserve. Anyways, pick from one of the 4 groups below. I'm going to give you a moment to see what resonates with you most. Now that you've picked your group, the timestamps for each group is listed in the description below, but let's get started, see what's coming up for group number 1. Group number 1, let's find out what's coming for you in your December predictions. Let's look at the tarot cards. We have the Tower in reverse, 4 of Swords upright, the Star in reverse, 7 of Swords upright, Page of Cups in reverse, Ace of Swords in reverse, 4 of Swords, wow, twice, that's important. 4 of Swords in reverse, Page of Swords in reverse, and your last card is 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Let me look at these in a moment and get these all cute looking for you to the best of my ability. Okay, I can tell you right now, just getting this started, you are being not asked, demanded and warned to take a break. You have to take a break. It's an issue. You are putting yourself in a position where you are on the brink of kind of messing up other things in your life. So let's get into that. First off, right here, I can tell you this looks like a general summarization of a multitude of things going on, and feeling like talking about how the lack of break will equal a sense of lack of balance in your life. But I am specifically being told this is going to most directly relate to your anything to do with like career. Maybe you're going to school right now, whatever it is that is around the concept of earning money or one day earning money, you're going to mess up. You're going to hit a point that you've been working yourself so hard for so long that if you keep this up and you don't take the break, you're going to start to be so tired, you're going to start slipping up. It's going to cause errors. It's going to be a problem. And it's one of those situations where you're so exhausted, you're not in the right place to be able to pick up the little pieces, and errors happen, mistakes happen. It's not a big deal. But in this case, not only will it be difficult for you to bounce back, it's like once you're off this wonderful balance you've been on and being able to make this chaotic schedule work out for you for a while now, it's not going to be as easy to bounce back, and then it gets a little bit worse. This looks like one of the extra repercussions rather than just being like, oh no, I'm messing up a little bit right now, is it looks like other people are going to take notice and be vocal about it. Unfortunately, this is not a definitive thing where, this is gonna negatively hurt your performance in the long run. This isn't a huge thing I'm being hinted at. This is like a minor warning, but a serious warning nonetheless, that once people start taking notice, unfortunately, not only are you being criticized, and that can maybe in the long term, if this kept up, hurt your performance, the part or the way people see you at work, the part that hurts you emotionally the most and makes it harder to kind of find your balance again, your sense of harmony, that's the word I want to say, is that you have been working hard, and it's like right when people want to take note of actually paying attention to all this great stuff you've been accomplishing, they caught you at your worst moment. So it brings you down even more because you're like, that's how they see you. They didn't see you doing well before. Now they finally look your way, and it couldn't have been at the worst possible moment. Now the cool thing is we can avoid this. This is not set in stone. You were being warned. The beautiful thing I absolutely love about tarot is sometimes things are going to just happen. It is what it is. It's just kind of set. But a lot of the time, you can ask spirits, hey, what's going to happen? And if you get information that you're like, oh, I don't like hearing that, you can say, is there something we can do to change this situation? Some information I can be told about? And oftentimes, you can be told something. So like we said before, this is due to a lack of rest. So we talk about rest being very important. This is you not taking rest and having repercussions. This is you taking rest. Now, when I see the Tower in reverse popped here, this is super, this is a big deal. This is not just a break where you will feel rejuvenated again. This is a break that's teaching you a life lesson that is going to positively benefit you way in the long run. This is like life-changing stuff. This is going to reshape the way you approach a lot of things, especially with not only the Tower being here, but the Star card too. Like this is the umpteenth of positive and life-changing omens you're being told about, and all you have to do is sit back and relax. So pretty darn cool. So it looks like when I see this coming over here, and I can see some other cards popping up, you have a bit of issues when it comes to trusting that things are going to get done unless you do them. This is a bit of a controlling element, not a manipulation element. I'm not saying anything negative. This isn't about ego. This is the positivity of you wanting to do your best. You want to work hard. You're willing to work hard. You want to make everything happen, but you got to make it happen yourself. You don't want to depend on other people's in an honorable way, but it's getting out of hand. You're not finding that positive balance between working hard and then appreciating and allowing it to come your way. It's almost like you're saying to the universe, I'm never quite ready to accept my success because I'm still working towards it. Think of it as a great way to work on manifesting. This is a different way that will work for you compared to others. But the other thing that is going on here that I love so much is as you're being told, let go of those controlling issues, let go of doing it. Not only are you being told to take a break because of potential repercussions, but this is the type of thing where as you're able to relax, you are having some outstanding epiphanies. And what is that epiphany? This is so cool. So one thing that's really cool about the Star card is, especially in reverse, it says you are on your path in life, like cosmic path, like your destiny, your journey. Sometimes we're just doing it. Think of it as us placing down cobblestones, or we are the cobblestones in the path. And sometimes we are straight up walking it. And you're doing it. You've been doing great for a while. You think that you need to do all this controlling thing and work so hard and never take a break and keep going and going and going. And that's how you're going to get there. But you're already there. You're doing great. The Star card in reverse says, you just don't know that you're on the path and you're doing great. And this is your time to kind of wake up, turn this card around, and enjoy that benefit of realizing, just like the happiness of being like, wow, I've worked really hard, and having appreciation and gratitude for yourself, about seeing how far you've come, about being able to be aware that you're on your journey and path, and then not only enjoy it more, but maybe even use it to your benefit more, rather than just like, it's like people who accidentally always have good luck, and then people who know they're lucky and then take more chances because they know the world will work to their favor. Let that be you. Let yourself be the latter. And all you have to do is sit back. So it's really good news. You not only avoid a problem, you get to have this huge positive spiritual mental awakening going on. And it's a thing that's not only a huge epiphany, but it's a huge issue that gets solved, because going forward, I'm not saying you're not going to still work hard, but you're going to start to be aware of how these two are both benefiting you, and you want to use both of them to your advantage. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about your love life as well. I can see popping up. Now, this can be for people who I would describe as a newer couple, maybe like you've only been dating a couple weeks, a few months, a newer couple. Or this is for people as well, for people who are just meeting someone. So I do see someone coming your way, or if you're in a current couple relationship, we know who we're resonating with. But it looks like you're kind of being given a song and dance. That's not sincere. This is somebody who is telling you, honey, baby, you're so beautiful, you're so cute. But they kind of are putting you in a stereotype or generalization that thinking that all they have to do is say X, Y, and Z, and they will easily sway you to their side. They both like doing the song and dance, so they're not trying to use you, it's more of like their own ego enjoying the act of courting. So it's not completely heartless, evil person coming your way. It's just that this isn't the love of your life, so to speak. Now, we have two different scenarios going on, which I think is really interesting. We have one part of you, again, this is if you are tired, you're not thinking clearly, you're distracted by some stuff you're trying to fix because you didn't take time. I can see some what would be described as clouded judgment in the Ace of Swords in reverse. This is somebody who's maybe not thinking the best. Often this pops up for me in spreads where people have the best intentions and they might not be picking a decision that benefits the person asking for the reading or about the reading, give them the answer they want, but there's a lot of good here. So it's like you're kind of not quite positive and sure. You wouldn't normally go for this type of person trying to draw you out and get your attention, but you're not thinking clearly and you just want to have some good times and affection and be appreciated. But then we have another version of you. And this version I love. This is a really good thing to have. You don't always have to cut these people out of your life and think they're evil. Instead, I see you more, again, focusing and keeping most of, you could describe it as your cards. You know that term when they say you're going to keep your cards to yourself. You're not going to show all your cards, whatever the term is. You know me, whenever I do these readings, all my understanding of common metaphors go out the window for whatever reason. Anyways, I see you moving towards, again, having this epiphany. This is during the time you're taking time for yourself. You're able to think a little more clearly. But even though you're still headed towards mostly focusing on this spiritual and life-changing experience during this month, you're paying attention. You're enjoying it. You're hearing what they're saying. The difference is, though, they don't know that you know that this is, not real. This is, you see the song and dance. They think they're impressing you, and you're like, that's cute. You impress me. And that's just it. You're enjoying the benefit of receiving the attention and receiving being told you're so lovely and all this stuff, but you're also not in fear of getting hurt, and you're not being pulled away or distracted from things that are kind of benefiting you more ultimately. So I would still think that's a pretty cool experience. And sometimes when you date people, it doesn't always have to be just love. It doesn't mean the love of your life isn't around the corner tomorrow, but sometimes we practice dating, or sometimes we just need emotional pickups. Why not allow yourself to just enjoy a little bit of that? But don't worry, I ultimately see you moving towards just general positive success. So a lot of really awesome things to look forward to, but remember, you're being given warnings. Take the break. Avoid the problems. Enjoy all the benefits that come with you because this is a really rare time period to actually succeed during a vacation. Most people just take a break and they feel rejuvenated. You're taking a break and then doing even better than you were before. So yeah, why wouldn't you want to enjoy that? Anyways, if you enjoyed this reading, please feel free to give a like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. It helps out the channel like you would not believe. Either way, I can't wait to see you in the next one. Have a beautiful day. Forgot. Have a beautiful day. And bye. Let's get ready for group number 2. Group number 2. Let's find out what's coming for you in your December predictions. Let's first look at the cards. We have the hunk of all hunks, King of Cups upright. 10 of Cups upright. Ace of Pentacles upright. This is super cute. Oh, I can't wait to talk about this. Okay, so this is really awesome. I know I shouldn't jump to conclusions, but this is very cute. Then we have 9 of Wands in reverse. 3 of Pentacles upright. 8 of Swords in reverse. 4 of Cups in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse. And your last card is Judgment upright. Interesting. Okay. I pretty much have nothing but positive stuff to tell you. This is really, really, really good. Okay, so where should I begin? I guess I should just go somewhat chronological. Let's start with this part. So this is about love. This is really awesome. This goes for couples and single people. So if you are currently in a relationship, get pumped, get excited. It is a lovey-dovey month. You know, when people say, I love love, I love to be in love, this is an extremely openly affectionate month. This is a month where, for whatever reason, all you guys want to do is lay around and cuddle and watch movies and just kind of nest and be with one another. This is a lot of smooth sailing, but it's more than just like emotional growth where like everyone's talking and sharing things and deeper progression. It's not even about that. You're just happy. It's just total divine bliss. It's beautiful. It looks like there is a lot of emotional, steadiness going on this month. Everybody's even keeled, so you're able to enjoy this. But this also talks about your partner being a very good listener. It looks like they finally listened to whatever you've been propositioning to them and saying, hey, I want more of this in the relationship. Maybe in the beginning of the month, you're like, you know what? I wish we spent more time holding hands and just being a couple, just enjoying that beautiful ooey gooiness of being a couple. Guess what? They're listening. They're very open to it. And then everything just kind of works out and is lovely and is nice. So only more magical and positive. I will say this, though. The Ace of Pentacles popping up is a good time to give a gift. Not receive a gift. You can receive a gift, but this is not about telling you you're going to receive a gift. This is a good time to treat your loved one. I know we all like getting them, but don't underestimate by putting out to your partner, hey, let me take you out on a date. Or, hey, I was thinking of you and I got you flowers. Or I got you something nice to let you know I was thinking of you. Don't underestimate that won't then inspire your ooey gooey lovey partner this month to want to do the same. But you're being told, give that gift. Enjoy this. Just like I said, nothing but positivity for couples. Now for single people, this is really good. It looks like somebody incredibly special is coming your way. I don't see specifically how you meet. I just see, again, this is somebody, it looks like, who is, you were chatting it up. This was like a vocal way of meeting. And as they were talking to you, they were listening to everything you were saying. They were somebody who will be able to, gotta get my tenses correct when I'm doing this, who will be able to actually hear your opinions and the things that define you. So this is a good time period to finally be like, you know what, I don't feel like other people really get me. Well, this is the time to actually say, well, how would you define yourself? Let them know. They want to hear about it. This is something deep. This is something special. This has very high hints of a longer term relationship, potentially the one sort of thing. The 10 of Cups is like the ooey gooey top tier of like something really special's happening here. But the biggest clue I get is from the Ace of Pentacles. Think of this as a seed being planted. The beginning of something. It's just starting. It doesn't mean you're going to be a couple by the end of the month. But allow it to happen. Something special is happening here. It just doesn't have to be a perfect situation by the end of the month. So let it do its thing, let it evolve, be open, share who you are. If you want them to know who you are, they're the right person to open up to. And let it be a slow burn. It's going to be nice this month. And courting is a very positive, fun time period. Anyone can tell you the beginning of a relationship is the most romantic in a special, certain kind of way. Now, I see a couple things coming your way that ultimately end up positive. In addition to that, they both feel, I know for sure this is work related or school related. Again, we're talking to a wide audience, so if this is anything to do with earning money, or you're doing something in order to earn money in the long run from it, again, like I said, school, then this for sure is it. This, I can't be for certain if this is an abstract concept talking about like growing in life or still involves this, because they feel similar, and we'll get into that in a moment. So this is a little bit difficult for me to interpret, and I'll explain why. Ultimately, I can see that as far as school has been going through and things have been going on, you are, oh my God, you are so tired. You are so exhausted. You've been doing it for a while. Oh my gosh, I'm definitely connecting to people who have been somebody, maybe either if you're going into like college, this is your freshman year, you're someone who's always worked this hard, or you're your senior year of college and you're just like, oh my gosh, girl, I cannot do this anymore. I'm doing well in school, but like, oh my gosh, I'm really looking forward to Christmas break. Or maybe you were at a job that you're like, I'm not necessarily thinking about the day to day and how I'm going to do this forever in the future. I'm just building towards something, and I'm wondering, like, is that Christmas bonus coming soon? Is this potential of an opportunity pop? I'm getting kind of tired. Whatever it is, I can't tell if either you are exhausted from having to, work on your skills, show off your skills all the time. It's a lot of like proving yourself. It's a lot of like mental energy being used, like a graphic designer, or maybe you're typing up a lot of papers. This isn't the type of thing you would tune out of. This is a lot of engagement going on. And then you decide to quit, and there's a sense of feeling free from that decision because this was something that bogged you down. When I say quit school, I do not refer to quit school. Quitting school is not in your situation if we're talking about school. School would be the type of situation where you pull away from this class and you switch classes or something like that. Or if you are asked to show your skills, it makes you feel empowered to say, you know what? I've been feeling bogged down. Let me show all of you off. Let me show you what I'm capable of. You do a great job. You impress everyone. And you kind of leave on a high streak of like, yeah, you thought I was cool, but I now have proved to myself and others. I've made my last kind of like something in like a movie, I told them, I showed them, and then you leave. Because ultimately it looks like this isn't what you really want. It's become the type of situation where you've felt, with the Eight of Swords, this is about becoming free of self-limiting obstacles. You have created your own prison, not the people around you. Even if it feels this way, in this particular instance, I'm being told it's your mindset, how you felt. You felt there was no other way out. There was no other job. It looks like ultimately in the end, like I said here, either you prove yourself and say, I'm not going to take this anymore, or you're tired of whatever it is. I see you breaking away from it and feeling really relieved, really happy, suddenly being aware that you're way more in control than you were aware of, and looking for either a new job, or if this is referring to schooling, a different class somewhere else, and finally getting away from this burning out, this tension, because not only do you have the skills and you are more than capable of proving it to others, yourself, you've got it. It's kind of like a sudden awareness of being like, I've got this, but also that was the thing that was burning you out in life. This environment, this particular tense. So this is a bit of epiphany, a bit of relief, a bit of confidence, lots of good stuff going on. Now, the reason why I thought this has to do with this, but I'm not quite certain, we'll figure it out, you'll figure it out as the month goes along, is it looks like you are being put through what would just be described as being tested. Now, sometimes being tested in life is very vague. Sometimes you're being tested and you're in a difficult position where you have to go through a lot of annoying paperwork, or you're waiting in a long line, or you're being asked a lot of yourself. Again, we talk about being asked a lot of themselves. Whatever this is on purpose. You're meant to grow from it. You're being kind of shown like, hey, are you capable of handling this? Can you live up to this potential? You can. I'm testing you because I believe you can. I'm showing you that you can, but it's kind of exhausting to go through this sort of testing. But the thing is, the main thing I see why you're being tested about this is it looks like there's some sort of outside influence that has been kind of throwing you off. This would be like secondhand information. This would be like gossip, whatever it is. It's kind of been pulling you away. It's been confusing you. It's been taking you out of your natural motivation and mindset of like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to work this hard and equal and get this. Whatever it is, you're being tested to be able to reconnect with yourself and what you're capable of, and not what you think other people think of you, or however this, it's not saying specifically, but this secondhand, this negative gossip sort of information is somehow influencing you in some sort of way. And ultimately, the test itself leaves you not only coming out triumphant, which is really positive, but it looks like the Four of Cups is the blanket statement of coming out of a bad mood, which is so awesome. So it basically says you start off the month exhausted, tired, burnt out, and by the end of it, you feel great. You're finally checked back in. This is a sign of moving towards finding their passion again, finding their motivation again. They are able to, they're, in the moment enough, they're coherent enough, and they're strong enough to be able to. And it looks like, I can't tell if these are one and the same, but sometimes life can be kind of serendipitous. So you might be experiencing a total different trial at work or school compared to just like in life. So this is nothing to be afraid of. You can handle it. You're going to do great. It's ultimately here to help you and re-guide you. You'll definitely be able to have a lot of relaxation with your ooey gooey time with either a person you're just meeting or your current partner or spouse. So ultimately, you're going to feel great about yourself. You're going to reconnect with yourself. You're getting out of this bad mood and this uncomfortable position either at work or school. And something great's coming your way. So, woo, 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 woo. We always love to hear that. If you enjoyed this reading, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Have a beautiful day. And let's get ready for group number 3. Group number 3. Let's see what's coming for you in your December predictions. First, let's look at your tarot cards. We have the Hangman upright, 7 of Cups in reverse, 9 of Cups upright, one of my all-time favorite cards, 4 of Pentacles in reverse, 2 of Pentacles in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse, the Fool in reverse, 9 of Cups upright. Oh, again! Oh, I love that. And 2 of Wands upright. Wow, so many. Okay, I see what's happening here. That's so funny. Okay, so one thing I personally really love that spirit guides do, as well as tarot, is sometimes you will receive the same information over and over and over again. I can pull cards in some private readings, and no matter how many times I pull the cards, I either just keep getting, I'll shuffle the cards and I'll straight up either get the same cards again or get a roundabout different version way of saying the same information. Because this is your spirit guides, and tarot's way of saying, this is important. I'm not leaving you alone until you acknowledge this. I'm not kidding you. I've had to sometimes be like, please, I understand what you're saying. Please, let me see other things now. In order to be like, I got it. The information has been acknowledged. So this is a really good thing. You're having so much of the same element being repeated in every single spread. As well as this is like an uber duper happy positive card, and we'll be getting to why that is, and I want you to really focus on this, especially when it's repeated twice. It is, I can't say enough good things about it. So let's talk about kind of, I guess you could say, the motif of the spread and a common element that keeps getting mimicked around, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So the Hangman. The Hangman talks about a certain sense of lack of not knowing how to move forward. You're mulling over things. Actually, I wouldn't even say you're mulling over things. I always consider the Hermit more of the card where, like, you're taking in information, you're thinking about it, you're pulling away, you're going, what can I learn from this? How do I feel about this? To me, the Hangman card is the ultimate version of, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to keep torturing myself by repeating over and over and over in my head the same scenarios or possibilities or whatever someone said to me and what I said to them, and regret, and just never go anywhere because I'm just so locked in on that information. Often this is a card that talks about not feeling able to move forward because it isn't the right time to move forward. However, we get an interesting clue over here in the Two of Wands. Both cards pull away from all this good stuff. They both think that there is a better future, a better tomorrow, outside of the current options they have. Two of Wands is about somebody looking out into the future. They're organizing it. They're saying, like, okay, what's the road ahead of me? What do I need to do? I'm thinking about, I haven't quite gone out, and that's the main thing getting repeated both here. I haven't quite gone out and decided to see what's out there in the world. I'm thinking about it. This is where I think my future and the things that I want lie ahead of me, but I haven't quite made the move. So it's indecisive progression. However, in this particular case, we've got the Nine of freaking Cups. Oh my gosh, I don't hear enough people exclaiming. You always want the romantic type cards, the Lovers, the Two of Cups. These are awesome cards as well. But the Nine of Cups, in any single situation, whether it be financial, love, whatever, it's saying, yes, you can have everything you want the exact way you want. It is often described as saying, man, this is too good to be true. But it's not too good to be true. It is a very, very positive omen card saying, if you want it, ask for it, you will get it, and you will get it just the way you want it. So it is a little bit of, like, not a warning, but like, make sure that's how you want it. But this is not a be careful what you wish for card. This is like, go for it, you can get it. So you have all this, like, positive potential of everything you want. Because this gets repeated twice. This lets me know this is about your career. This is about the things you want out of life for yourself. This is about partners, romantically, obviously. So why are you looking away from it? Why won't you allow yourself, and this is the real question, why are you not allowing yourself to have it? Because December is telling you, guess what? This is your month to wish. This is your month to receive that wish. Allow yourself to have it. Stop underestimating what you have right here. Even the Seven of Cups is super on the nose about this. The Seven of Cups in reverse is saying, this is somebody who's been kind of having to look over a bunch of options. So part of me, on a romantic note, again, this is a general reading, this isn't for everybody, part of me wonders if this hints towards people who are dating multiple people, and they're like, I don't know, they're all kind of great, I'm not really sure who I want to go with yet. This is you going, no, I know what I want to do. I know the person. I've made my decision. And they get everything they want. It ends up being the right person after all. But all they had to do was stop thinking that the people they were currently kind of hanging out with, none of them were the viable option. Stop that mentality. Look inwards. Reevaluate people. Reevaluate themselves and ask, why are you not allowing one of these people to be the option? Because apparently they are. Apparently one of them is the option. And you're going to have a great time and be very, very, very happy after you kind of allow yourself to get to know them that much better. Open those floodgates. Enjoy it. But going forward, this kind of concept gets repeated again. In the King of Pentacles, I can see work-wise, work and money has become an obsession for you. This is a super common card I've actually been getting a lot recently for a lot of my private readings. I think we're all kind of in the gigs right now because it's the holidays, it's understandable. It is kind of, I would say it's pretty hard, especially in the society we're living in, not to define our self-worth by money. We can't help but worry if is somebody going to judge me if I don't make enough? Am I going to judge me by what I've accomplished? And it's not what you've accomplished at work through achievements and, projects being completed. It's about how much those projects earned you money. And you're just kind of locked in. You can't get out of it. It is something that deals with a lack of confidence. It's a shift perspective that needs to be changed. Even over here, the Hangman is about changing your perception on a situation. And yet, your card wants to look away. It still will not turn around and acknowledge what needs to be acknowledged in order to shift the change. Another thing I want to point out here, where it keeps getting repeated over and over again, is the Hangman is also, I guess ruled by would be the word, ruled by Neptune. This is talking about your subconscious and your conscious. Finding a way to have those work for each other. A lot of people love to work with subliminal messages to turn those subconscious thoughts to work in their favor. A lot of people use this through affirmations, a lot of other positive ways. Allow yourself to face those things. Allow yourself to acknowledge that subconscious part of you. Ask those questions of yourself in order to have it. So we've got obsession with money going on over here. And it seems like a main reason why there's been an obsession with money is because things have been feeling a little out of whack. I can see it's kind of something that's been, kind of been building up. This is like not you messing up a ton of times. This is more of you're finding it absolutely difficult to be able to make everything work out for you between maybe you're balancing errands, maybe you've got kids, you're trying to take care of the kids and your home life and work, you're trying to take time to be there for yourself. Again, this works perfectly of people of any particular background or situation. And you just feel like the more you try, the more it feels off. And so it makes you want to turn back and be like, yep, it's the money is the issue, and this is kind of like bouncing all around. It looks like you kind of hit this, so to speak, breaking point, but I do have really positive news that nothing catastrophic happens. It's just that enough things go just a little not your way. Again, nothing big, nothing major. This is like forgetting somebody's lunch or accidentally taking the wrong route and being a little late for something. Small little things kind of add up enough that you're like, screw it. Screw it. And this is a good thing. It looks like you're being thrown a little bit of these challenges in life to get to both the Four of Pentacles and the Fool card over here. The Fool card is about somebody who is deciding to just screw it. Let me just take the leap into this bottomless pit and see what happens. Who cares? It's a very fun, young sort of mentality, a mentality most of us struggle to get to because she's jumping into the unknown. What the hell's on the other side? How does she know she's not going to get hurt? A bunch of other statements that are totally reasonable to ask, and yet she jumps. And what's at the bottom of that hole? Over here, Nine of Cups, everything she could possibly want. Wouldn't that be crazy in some circumstances if you could be told, hey, if you just take that risk, if you just do that thing, I'm just going to let you know at the end of it, it's all going to turn out great. But it feels scary in between. What if there's things in between? It doesn't matter. What if you knew that all you had to do was just take that jump, take that risk? It wouldn't feel like as much as a risk, and you can enjoy the process. You can feel free and fun. It's like forcing yourself to be free to finally feel and enjoy being free. You're kind of like forcing yourself into the cycle or the experience you want. Four of Pentacles is like, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted from all this work and stuff I've been through. Screw it, I can't take it anymore. This is somebody who kind of finally is like, screw it, we're going out to dinner. Like, who cares? Let's just go out to dinner and have fun. Let's just stop worrying about money. It doesn't mean they're going out and carelessly spending money all the time. They're just not overthinking it. They're being a little more frivolous. They're being a little more fun. They're allowing the spontaneity of life and their finances guide them to a more adventurous, fun life, but ultimately, especially, I can happily promise you this with 9 of Cups popping up twice in both scenarios. So very clear message. This is about how that fun and frivolity at a time when you feel like you just are not in that mental state ends up leading to a lot of good. So this is more than just feeling. Most people just like feel like, oh, okay, I can finally relax. I just needed to kind of not care anymore, and that's just all I needed. Well, guess what? You're not only going to feel de-stressed from not caring anymore, you're going to get a lot of great stuff. So pretty positive. The main thing I'm seeing that you need to take away from this month is you do have the potential to be too locked on to allowing life and what you're trying to make work to your advantage and things that are feeling difficult be a little too money obsessed. Totally understandable. Money makes the world go around. As much as we want love and spirituality, which we can have everything, it's hard to kind of break out of this mental cycle. I'm just letting you know you're not alone. Trust me, I'm sure people in the comments will totally understand that. But you can't think that this is the solution, because the more you control it, the less happier and the more you're not allowing yourself to be open and aware of this stuff. Same thing over here. Stop thinking your happiness is somewhere else. It's right here. Take some time to reevaluate why you think you need to look somewhere else, and you won't allow yourself, key phrase, allow yourself to just have it. It's right here. Turn around. Turn around. Enjoy it. Allow yourself to have it. And again, just to be clear, I'm not saying it's not about caring. It's about being totally frivolous and spending a ton of money or anything like that. That's not the message. The message is just stop thinking about it. Be a little carefree sometimes. Take the risk. Allow the unknown to work to your benefit, because we're being told it is. It's very positive. So I hope this gives you something positive to look forward to and gives you a way of shifting your attention over the month to work to your favor. Definitely this month, I will say on one last note, if you've got something you've really been wanting for a while, whether this be a relationship, again, this was all a general message specifically just for you. Ask for that romantic partner. Ask for that better romantic partner. Ask for that money. Ask for that dream. Ask for it. And then this is the key. Allow yourself to receive it. Seriously, it's a lot harder than people think it. A lot of people underestimate that they subconsciously need to work on that ability. Anyways, if you enjoyed this reading, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Either way, have a beautiful, wonderful day. I can't wait to see you in the next one. And let's get ready for group number 4. Group number 4. Let's find out what's coming for you in your December predictions. First, let's look at your oracle cards. We have Page of Wands in reverse, 6 of Swords upright, 6 of Pentacles upright, the World upright, Ace of Wands in reverse, 4 of Wands in reverse, 3 of Pentacles upright, 6 of Cups upright, and your last card is the Sun card upright. Okay. Let me get everything more centered. Okay, so for some of you, you guys are going out there and you are, wow, it seems like some of you are self-employed. I'm getting some self-employment vibes, and I've got some pretty good, solid stuff to tell you. Okay, but first let's start with love. I got different stuff to say to couples, kind of new couples I'm picking up. Well, no, a little bit of older couples too. Couples I've been dating for a while, and single people. So, if you have been dating this person for a while, congratulations. Everything's fine. Everything's great. Same thing for if you have been in this relationship for a little while and you're wondering, how are things going? Are they still interested in me? What's going on right now? Everything's fine. This is kind of the card to be of reassurance. It comes up. Why would you not get the 10 of Cups? The 10 of Cups is like the ultimate, like, ooey gooey, everything's great. This is the reassurance card of like, hey, it seems like you were a little worried. No worries, everything's fine. However, this is also a card that lets you know that, yeah, everything's going great, but you both still need to do what you need to do right now in order to keep growing and make it to the supposed finish line to become either a full-fledged couple or feel like there's a little more security in the relationship and you know everything, like the kind of foundation, so to speak, has been properly set. So this is about two people putting aside, well, you did this, I did this, now I do that, and you do that. You both have to come as equals. You have to put whatever you do on the daily behind you. It doesn't matter if maybe one person works more here and or puts more of their attention here. It doesn't matter. You both need to bring the same equality to accomplishing tasks, to bringing the sort of romance. Both need to make an effort. And it seems like you're being told that because when they see the Ace of Wands over here, this looks like there is a little bit of lull in the passion this month, but that's okay. This can be combated. It looks like you do have a solution and a certain way of handling this. This is for both, again, new couples and people who've been kind of dating for a while. With the World card and all of these cards next to each other, it basically says, hey, you two just need some time to remember how cool it is to be the two of you. You need a little excitement. You need to remember that both of you have that excitement for one another. And that if it ever feels a little boring or a little less passion in the relationship, you can swirl it back up, no problem. This is like feeling like you're both in control in your relationship. It's often described as like feeling like you both won a trophy together. You did it together. You knew you could do it as a team. So it's very, team building and makes you feel harmonious together, like you got each other's backs. But it's a sense of like something to look back on and smile like, oh, that was a really lovely date. That was a really fun time. That was like great. And again, this points to two people working really hard in order to show one another, and more importantly, this more feels like yourself, like you're concerned about like, do I have what it brings to the table? Am I capable? Yeah, you are. You're gonna need to put in a little effort, and that effort is very fun because it involves dating and cool stuff like that. But it's kind of like you need show a little proof to fight a little bit of lull and then keep this positive consistency going. So overall good, but definitely make date night a priority this month because it's going to fit you in addition to this small temporary situation in the long run. Because this is always a temporary situation. Just a lull, something you need to pay attention to, but it's a small moment. For single people, I'm getting I can't give you a complete answer. This is kind of an obscure message to me. So it looks like somebody from your past is popping up. But this is the thing. They're interested in you. They're looking your way. They're giving you their full attention. And you seem interested in them. This is about two people who are happy to see the other one. And this is somebody from your past. But here's the thing. Not only are both of you like not making the first move, I don't know what's stopping you. There's some sort of like you're aware of the other one, but nobody's stepping forward to actually say, hey, you want to be with me? Or hey, you want to try this again? Because remember, being from the past doesn't just refer to exes. Maybe this is someone you had a crush on in the past, but it never became anything, but you were aware of one another. That could be another version of the past. Whatever it is, there isn't seem to be momentum, and even weirder, we have these walls going on. And it implies that you're going to be kind of more busy. We talked about the work thing coming up, and we're going to go into that in a moment. It seems like that's consuming more of your energy. You seem like you're just overall like really filled with a sense of like, the Sun card's like the ultimate positive, good mood sort of card, and I'll get more into that later. But there's just these like walls. And the part that I can't translate is like, are you putting up those walls? Why are you putting up those walls? Are those walls there because they're just, the universe is like, no, not right now, or no, stay away from that person? Because I'm not seeing any repercussions for being with this person. I'm not seeing any negative card interaction if you were to try to get to know each other. So it's like there is someone there and they're interested in you. You're seeing them. They're seeing you. No one's making the first move. And you seem happy. You're fine. You're like good to go. You're living your best life. You're not sad about it. Oops, sorry about that. But I don't understand. Maybe this resonates with you or will resonate with you. There's just some sort of like limitation. I don't understand in this particular what's going on. But let's talk about this new business sort of adventure going on that's really awesome and positive. Over here, this is where we talk about the beginning of something. Now, when I say self-employed, while it can be self-employed, it also can refer to a sort of job where when you are beginning this job, or you're kind of already, maybe you just started this job this month and this is the beginning of you're still in the beginning stages of it. This is the importance of you building something right now that will later benefit you. This isn't about doing something that will become it okay, so I think in some cards it talks about the idea of a token investment in the long run. That this isn't about that. It's more like it's all about what you're doing right now. It's not about like a gesture. It's like you're building the cement for the foundation. You are figuring out what it takes to make cement, laying it in the best formation to then build upon it. Now, the thing is, this is not the type of job where it's your day-to-day grind. It's monotonous. It's just kind of like you're being asked to do some tasks, you do the tasks. This is type of the work where you're thinking on your feet. So again, we're talking about self-employment, especially with that popping up over here. But if this is the type of job where you work for a sort of company, this is using a lot of your brain. This is a lot of this would be somebody who maybe is a copywriter for a social media sort of job. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of mental work that you have to think of on your own, and other people are expecting you to kind of just take the wheel of. So, this is a good thing. It looks like you are very excited about starting this new job, whether it be either of those two options. This is kind of like the dream job you've always wanted. But the thing when I get the Ace of Wands is this feels like the type of job where you didn't know you were going to love it so much until you were actually in it. So, yay! Very happy, even next level unexpected excitement and positivity and fulfillment while you're enjoying it. This is the type of job where you can't help but not shut up and tell everyone about it. You never seem to turn off your work switch because you're just so happy and excited. But the thing is, while this is going really well, I also when I see Page of Wands over here, I just want to mention this. This is the type of job, it seems like you stopped running away from your dreams and the things that you wanted out of life, and you finally kind of redirected your energy and went back to the core of who you are and what makes you happy. Kind of like those childhood things that made you happy and you thought, I could never get a job. How could I get a job? It's like when people suddenly find themselves on YouTube reviewing toys and they're just like, didn't know that I'd be doing this for a living. That's crazy. So it's that kind of concept going on here. So it's again shows the repetitive concept that you're going to be starting this new job. Now, the thing I will let you know, though, is that you do want to find a sense of expansion or sort of like allowing yourself to have more control at this current new job, more abilities and tasks to be done. If this is self-employment, that's about your business expanding when we see the World card, by needing to ask somebody else for help. Now, this can be advice, but I'll be honest with you, with the cards I'm seeing around it, this is more about financial investment. So I know it's a little difficult for some people, but if you need like an extra buck, there's somebody out there. They are open to it. You just need to ask for it. This could be also financial advice, but it's definitely around finances. Go for it. This is going to be the key to you growing and succeeding and letting all this positive energy continue to expand. I will warn you that it does seem like the month, while I have so many positive things to share with you, there is going to be a little bit of bumpiness to it. It's not going to be perfect. I don't really see you too distracted by that. That doesn't seem to bother you, but it's not like every single moment's going to be perfect. And that's okay. You're going to be so high energy, you're just going to kind of float over it. And when you feel like you sense it's a little bumpy, understand that this is not a full-fledged obstacle, so don't see it as such. It's just a minor inconvenience, you're going to bounce around. Compared to sometimes I'm going to be telling you in spreads, or I have told people in spreads before, hey, there's an obstacle, there's a problem, this is how we're going to handle it. These aren't big deals. Just keep bumping over it. This is kind of like the beauty of learning to become more resilient. Definitely ask for money. I definitely see, again, this is a repetition. I'm just looking if there's any other information I need to tell you. Repetition of you using your strengths and abilities to your advantage. You're going to be pulling on things you already know. And ultimately, it just ends with the happiness card that this is the type of card where it's like a next level of joy. It's the type of joy that other people feel. It's the type of joy where, like, most people don't feel this, but it's like next level contentment. It's not so much this hyper energy. It's this energy where you're just like, wow, I'm just totally blindly happy. Nothing can bring me down. We talked about you sailing over those bumpy seas quite easily. You just kind of can't help but view everything as a positive thing and something you're grateful for, and that no matter what it is, it just seems like it's working in your benefit. So expect a very happy level of energy going up for you, a very good attitude. You're going to be enjoying a lot of good things in life. So woo woo woo, I'm very pumped for you. Either way, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out the channel like you would not believe. I hope you have a lovely, wonderful day. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.